Hello, hello, my lovely readers. This is Mayi Carles from HeartMade Blog for the first ever screencast tutorial. And on this occasion, I'm going to show you how I edit my product photos from camera crappy to shop gorgeous. And I totally mean what I say in this title. I'm actually going to show you how I upload my photos straight from my camera to my computer, how I edit them, and how I make them ready for my shop. You'll soon also find out that I use no fancy photo editing equipment and no secret tactic maneuvers. This is as simple as it gets. And I just love editing my photos that way because it's short, sweet, it makes beautiful photos, and it leaves me plenty of time to do the stuff that I really love to do, and it's create my products. So hold on a second, I'm going to show you exactly how I make it. So the first thing that I do is that I'm going to bring up the photo that I want to use. So this is straight from my camera. No tricks, no lying. This is exactly how my photo looks when I upload it. I like what I see, so I'm going to drag this image to the application called Preview. Preview comes with all of the Apple computers. I actually have a MacBook Pro on my end, and I use Preview because it's easy, it comes for free, and I love myself some free stuff, and I say that this is my official photo editing software. And I shouldn't even call it software because software, something comes up in my mind when I think of the word software, and it's just like fancy magician terminology, and it's really not like that. It's super simple. Even a caveman can do it. So before starting my step-by-step editing process, I want to explain to you exactly how I captured this image. This image was taken today. As a matter of fact, it was taken today at 8 a.m. in the morning. That's my favorite time of day to capture my photos, my products, because the light is dreamy, it's clear, it's bright, but it doesn't have that vibrancy of the noon sunlight that would never be able to capture this white in that sense. It would make it like a flash almost, because I live in Panama. We're very close to the equator. Our sunshine is crazy insane, and I really need to shoot my products in this time of day because it's still light, but it's not crazy insane bright. So that's my secret. I shoot in bright daylight outside, and you can see that it's outside because this is my backyard tile. It's a little bit dirty, but so that's exactly where this was taken. In my backyard, not close to a window. No, I'm actually in my backyard. There's no roof on top of my head. This is exactly what I did. And I use a linen background. What I did is I grabbed a box and I wrapped it with linen, organic linen, and to be able to make sure that this was very tight and it didn't wrinkle, because wrinkles are sometimes very distracting. What I did is that I actually grabbed some staples and I stapled it on the sides, so I get a very even surface, and my linen is always straight like a drum. So let's begin the cropping. When I crop, I hit Command K, which is the shortcut in my keypad. So I'm going to crop one more time to make sure that I really give this image a zoom. Now, pay close attention to how I'm cropping this image. I'm making sure that I'm creating equal spacing on every single side. So equal spacing here, here, north, and south. And why am I doing this? Because I actually have my shop on Etsy, and Etsy automatically centers my images. And because I want full control, I'm obsessive compulsive like that, because I want full control of what my potential clients are observing. I'm doing that centering myself, so I exactly pick what I want to be centered. So that pretty much seems like the center of the image, and I finish up with the cropping. So let's see, the only remaining thing to do now is adjust the color. So this is already very bright because I shot it again on bright daylight, no flash, no fancy camera, and this image could easily be displayed like this. But I actually want to make it more vibrant. I want to make it more juicy. So I'm going to play with the exposure and I'm going to lighten it up just one bit. Again, I don't want to exaggerate because I have a white item right here. And I want to see the intricacies and the details of this flower. So I'm just going to do it one tiny bit so you can still see some of that needlework. And I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm going to see if the temperature needs some fixing. Now, I don't like to go too much on the cool side because part of my branding is for my image and my products to look organic, raw, a little bit warmer. I like my linen to look very organic. So I usually incline towards the warmer colors. But on this occasion, the sunlight was to my favor, and this linen is actually coming out exactly the way I want it to look. Sometimes what I even would do to make sure that I'm standardizing all of my photos and they're all looking the same, I would bring up one of the images, one of my favorite images in my shop, and compare the colors to make sure that I'm putting the exposure right the same as the rest of my pictures, putting the temperature the same way that I did all of the rest of my images, and just standardize all of my photos. Why? Because this is another element of branding. You want to make sure that you're telling the story and that there's no juxtaposition between image to image, but the story is seamlessly seen throughout your photo storytelling display. So this is actually all I have to do with this image. I go and hit Save As, and I actually don't know what I'm going to call this image. So I'm going to call it Maggie Carles Photo Tutorial. And this is exactly, and I'm going to save it in my desktop. I'm not very good at multitasking, saving and talking at the same time. So this is exactly how I would upload my photo to my Etsy shop. You're actually going to see this exact item with these exact colors and everything in my Etsy shop in a few moments. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and it was valuable for you. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.